Yes. Hello. Hello, yes. Uh, just having a side fire type of situation. It's not a nighttime. There's no fire. It's no fireplace, but it's like, the fire is outside. Shouts out those that join for the side fire. It's just like a little chit chat conversation with my peoples today. I'm excited. I'm excited, real excited to have the brethren. To have the brethren. He make all the beats that I be rapping on.
Yo, yo, yo.
Danny Sparks.
Hey, hey, hey. What's
What's
good?
happening?
What's good?
Let me just put myself into frame.
Righteous.
Please,
Same.
brother, you do the same. He said, righteous. All right. I heard the
Yeah.
bell bottoms when he said it.
Uh, mm. Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming through. I'm trying to find your I got enough of your work in my own hard drive
Yeah,
to
you
just
do.
pull up because that's what I've been doing on bars at noon.
Right,
Uh,
right.
but you're a comedian, you're
Uh-huh.
a beat maker and a
Right,
producer. It's a
right.
difference. It's a couple things.
Right.
Um, and yeah, you was definitely a co-collaborator. We definitely co-collaborate, and so yeah, I
Yes.
wanted to bring you in and have a discussion. I might be looking off into the distance, into my laptop, into other places. Uh,
You look it into a glow. It's like
yeah, I'm tapping into the spirit.
yeah, it looks good. The optics are good. Go ahead. Go
Uh, but I'm hyped to have you on here, man. To just what
ahead.
I'm saying, post up and talk about a lot of things with you on my side fire chats. Do you have a fireplace?
A fireplace? I
Are you
don't. I
sitting
was
somewhere that resembles like a fireplace?
actually I am. I got my laptop propped up on about six Amazon boxes, and it looks like the symmetry reminds me of a fireplace. But I
Is it
was
is it
raised
that
in a house
spot?
with a fireplace.
Is it that spot where you be by the window with your beats
You
when we was
see? Oh yeah,
recording?
because you know I'm
It's
not
over
too
there.
far
Is
from.
it over
It's
there?
very close. Very close.
That seemed like
Yeah.
it's a lot going on this exact window right here.
Yeah.
And that's just
Yeah.
like it's not always the fireplace, but it's like it's an interesting place for there to be fire here.
Absolutely. I know the space. So yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
And
my
so,
space, man. My space, but my space, I like to be real cozy. So I get like this corner that I'm in, I'm probably spend like 80% of my time at my house in this corner or the
yeah,
corner right across from it.
okay. So it's the
Yeah.
same room, but just
Same room. That's
same
my fire.
room.
I guess that's my fireplace
Yo,
room,
this
I'm gonna
show.
call it now.
I
That's
hear
my fireplace room.
I hear me in the background too. That's dope. It's like
Oh,
a
hold on.
slow.
I'm sorry.
It's
Hold on.
all good, man. Hey, man.
Did that
Hey,
fix that?
man. The next episode slash last episode had some super visual shit that was crazy. We was in this brother whole sinuses. He
Ooh.
was zoomed all the way in. That's on the next one, or the last one, or depending on how you see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah,
Did
man. I
that
met you.
sound? Did that
So
sound fixed? Did that fix that?
oh yeah. I'm no longer hearing the little minor echo, but
Right.
man, hold on. I bet you, man, like 10, 11 years, 12 years ago, just on some comedy shit, and now
Absolutely.
we both on like well, you like super producing, and that's like the writing of it. What was that transition like? Like first, what was comedy like? Because you was doing some major things too in comedy. You still
Yeah,
are, you know, you
yeah,
still are.
yeah.
Uh,
To to be honest with comedy, the thing with comedy was, um, I love stand up, but the hardest part of it is the hours. So me always having a family, it's hard to like walk out the door at dinner time, and I'm not gonna be home until breakfast. And so I started seeing myself doing more and more selective shows. And as I got lucky to get a little more breaks, I don't think like comedians are good that make it. Like you get lucky, you hit your break and you exploit it. But as I
mm,
was starting to exploit my breaks, I was getting better hours, but I was like, man, I don't know. I
split
kind
your
of always
breaks.
envied the people in production. So if I've always made beats, I've made beats for 15, almost 20 years now. But the beats and stuff, like it started with stand up where I was like, at first, do I really want to keep auditioning? Do I really want people to like me? I got tired of that. We all can make people laugh, but you just have to like really pass auditions to get ahead in that game. I was
Well,
tired
beats,
of
yeah, it's different with beats. It's like it's
yeah,
always
beats.
gonna find you gonna find some.
Yeah.
The beat's gonna
So
find the
now,
musician. It's
so
gonna find.
now, so now, instead of looking for fans out in the world, I don't want regular fans. I want musicians
Well, you know,
who
it's
to be
funny.
fans of me.
It's funny that comedy is like that now too, especially with the online shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it ain't even really like they like, man, we need somebody that they ain't seen on this Zoom feed. Like, you know,
exactly,
everybody
exactly,
ain't gonna like it. Somebody gonna like it though, and somebody gonna love
exactly.
it because it's like unlike what we've been showing them, or what they've seen anyways, what they had
Right,
access to before we even thought about going online. Like, oh, we patching into comedians.
right,
we gonna patch
right,
it. We
right,
gonna patch into your ass. How about
right,
that? Like,
right.
and so now, yeah, it's the same kind of, but well, it's the same kind of accessibility, but
Absolutely.
at the time it was not that. It was not that. We have that, you know, we have that to thank on the pandemic. But beforehand, it
Yeah,
was just like, you know, as a musician, just linking up with musicians.
exactly,
And so, like,
exactly.
what was some of the first equipment you started fooling
My
with?
first equipment, my first equipment ever was an old what is it called, the Apple computer, Macintosh. It was a Macintosh, and it had a I forgot if it was Pro Tools or FL Studio. Back then it was called Fruity Loops, and really you only had maybe like 48 or 50 sounds on the whole thing, and I would just make little loops and freestyle to them. And then I got another laptop, and then that had GarageBand on it, and I made beats on GarageBand for like 5 years, from like, let me see, probably from like '08 to 2013, something like that. All those beats are GarageBand. And so, it just progressed and shit like that. And then I started moving out of computers. Like, I hate making computer beats. So then I moved to the
You the
MPC
machine, huh? The
machine.
machine
I
beats was
like to
different.
tap it out and sample and flip and have to go search for sounds and stuff. So now all my stuff, even though I make computer beats, people like that, I
Hmm.
try to produce like more than half of my work from actual my own programming on the pads. So.
No, I feel that. Okay. So why you was doing this though? Because obviously, when you first started, you was still doing comedy. So how was that? How was the transition? It was like the doing both. Like, what was
Well,
that
it was
like? Like
easy. It
doing
was
both.
easy.
Like, what was it like? Where you was like among comedians? Like, oh man, I make beats too. Or you was like among the rappers and shit. You was like, oh, I'm hilarious.
Well, here's the good thing, is that I really dove into the beats. My confidence was very high in comedy. So I was like, I felt like I was gifting y'all with a whole nother talent. Like, so I came in a little too arrogant, you know? Is that, yeah, that's me. And so,
That was yeah.
but the transition was easy because if you remember, some of the first beats I started sending you were actual demos of me, like making songs, and then you would send it back to me with your lyrics, and I was like, "Yo, that's hard, that's hard." So it was really easy to transition because I just took my stand-up material and just started putting it to rhymes, you know. So, but then I also learned very quickly that I'm not a rapper, because the feedback in comedy taught me that. It's like if you're not really on, you know right away. And so I was like, should I get better at rapping? And
Well,
I was like, nah.
production is something in itself too, and production is a lot to be said about production because you make it happen. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A lot of times, talent, you know, it's funny to be in places where it's like a production going on and how they refer to talent as talent, and they got talent and
Right,
talent, and they're like, oh yeah, that's talent, but we making this happen. Like the
right,
talent,
right,
they did their
right.
thing, but we making this happen, this
Yeah, it's like
happening.
a whole
Yeah, it's
production
a
builds
whole
up. They build up for like 12 hours. The talent shows up for 5 minutes, and then everything is done. They're like, yeah, thank you.
exactly, exactly, and so there's still a lot to be said about that being like a real like come up. So like what's some of your musical influences like that when you sit down blank, man, you sit down blank, you like, man, I'm about to make some beats. What's usually like a musician or a sound that first hits you? That's
It's usually always Miles Davis or Gladys Knight because those are just the sounds that remind me. To be honest, any art, I think any art is just us like referring to our childhood, and so those were songs that I would hear as a kid. So every song that I make, it's like I try to sneak that in, or I start with that, and that's my like the beginning. So
okay.
Miles, yeah,
So Miles and Gladys.
Gladys, yeah.
Did you watch the Gladys versus Patti LaBelle? Did you watch
I
that?
did. I didn't. I didn't. How was it? I heard it was pretty good.
It was great. I thought it was great. You didn't
You
watch
know
it,
what, man?
so I can't
It's
tell
just
you who
so
you.
weird. It's just so weird to see stars like that adapting. Like, I guess this is where we at. Like, I would have never imagined them two doing something like that.
They did that though, and they
They
was like
did.
in the same room. It was different. It wasn't like split screen like a lot of the early ones. Like so, they got
Yeah.
it into some level of production, back to
Right.
production. You know
Right.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was dope. The only reason I brought it up was I had to bring that up before I was gonna say, Gladys Knight had the dopest James Bond
Oh, yeah.
song to
Uh,
me with the License to Kill. She
I
had the
forgot.
hardest. That was the hardest one.
Yeah, I've sampled her. She riffs in every song she ever does before she sings. She riffs, and that's like every producer
Oh,
knows.
oh,
Like
she
on
did like
Gladys Knight shit.
a little
Yeah,
scat. She does a little scat, a
she
little ski
brings
bop.
herself in. Yeah, she's like scats herself in. Yeah. So now listen every time. Yeah.
She did that boo that boo. Yeah,
Uh-huh. And
she'll hit
then
with
here come the
some.
lyrics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
tight.
that
That's
we
hella
use as
fun.
a melody right there. Just loop that bitch right there.
Fascinating. Okay, so what's your latest project? I was looking for it. Um,
Oh, that's the definitive LA beat tape
do I
on
find you on Daniel Sparks or Danny Sparks?
on Spotify.
Yeah,
Or
man. I'll find you on
DMN Damn Daniel DMN DANIEL Da-
DMN.
DANIEL. Yeah, I did the definitive LA beat tape. You watching me? It's I'm trying to get Holly to watch my interview.
Oh man.
It's you, Anya Malik. Anya Malik. She's a huge
Everybody, come
fan. Can
on
you
in,
tell?
watch the interview.
No, but what were we?
I'm trying to find. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm trying to find it on the Spotify. You said DMN.
yeah, no spaces in any of that. DMNDANIEL.
Okay. I should have asked you to do this shit beforehand while I'm bullshitting. That's that's that's
It's
me being
good,
janky.
but it's good. I'm good with it because it puts it out there for people. It's making me have to repeat how to get there. It's Damn Daniel. My producer name is Damn Daniel, but with no A in the damn. So it's like Demon Daniel, DMNDANIEL.
And see, yeah, I'm mad at you too because I've been saying Danny Sparks, man. I'm gonna say damn Daniel. See now, that's how I should have. That's how I
But
should
that's
have.
still there. But that's also that's one of my aliases as a producer. So on Spotify, it's in there. If you call me Sparks Daddy, if you call me Danny Sparks, if you call
All
me
right,
whatever,
man.
it should come up.
Damn Daniel, DMNDANIEL.
If it
Um,
still didn't come up, then I need
no,
to
it's
make
coming
some
up.
phone calls. Okay.
It's come. It's came. It didn't came through.
Yeah.
It
And
didn't
so the
came through.
definitive beat tape was my last group of songs that I put out. There go, hi Holly, hi, hi. And so that
Yeah,
was
you
the
got quite a
last.
few of these. Some of these I have probably on my shit already. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And my
yeah,
shit that I've been, what I'm saying, bars at noon.
absolutely.
And
And
uh,
I try to really only release stuff that either you have rapped on, somebody else I sent to me rap on, or I get positive feedback. But there's a couple that slip through where I'm just like, let me see what people think it is. So, but yeah, and I try to release at least 2 songs a day, at least. It's just that's just putting in them hours, getting at work.
and you're not working on Fruity Loops no more. You working on what?
No.
Logic or Pro Tools
Yeah,
or
Logic Pro and Ableton. I haven't used Ableton in a few months, but I think I'm gonna go back to Ableton. But really, I can use any program. But I think Logic is for what you pay for, you get the most.
let me see what I had pulled up was this Warned 85. I had you be
Uh,
naming it. So my favorite the one I had was named uh Niggas Bleed. That's the one I used for
yeah,
the
yeah,
that was used for the what you call it for the bars at noon beat
yeah,
beat. But this one right here, it's called Warned 85. You got on your shit. Can you hear it?
yeah. Boom, boom,
But I was fucking with it.
Choppy.
I was going slower
Ooh,
with it.
yeah,
It got a little extra little it got a little
yeah,
extra West Coast. It got a
yeah,
or even
yeah.
about
Double
wow.
time it.
It got an extra
It does that. It swings.
some slap on there. How do you come through with your naming? What like so like yeah, what's the naming process when you naming these files? Because they're obviously different than what the song is gonna come out. But it's
Right.
funny though, to hear like some of the like, it's like damn.
The
I saw because
original.
I could go through and like really just like, man, what made you go through this? Definitely
Y-
that one. What made you go through like Warren 85? You
So,
warned them? Like what happened?
yeah. And so
You trying to tell them?
when I made it, like honestly, I'm talking to myself. And a lot of these titles, when I send it to people, you getting to see what I was thinking right as I was done. When I was done listening to this song for the very first time, I was like, okay, I warn niggas, like, yo, right now I'm sending beats to niggas for free. But be careful because this one, I warned you about this one. That's one of the beats that I made for a particular type of artist.
You made
And
that
I know
exactly for Snoop.
exactly, exactly. And so
For
when you hear
Snoop and
that,
Snoop alone. They say, hey
right.
man, if you get
And
this
so when
beat, if
you
you
hear
buy this, you gotta go give Snoop for the feature.
right, and so it's already gonna be a wrap. And then somebody who wanna be Snoop or who wanna sound like Snoop gonna jump on it.
Yeah, man, that's get that Snoop sound. But that's dope though. It's another
Yeah.
one. It's another one. It just changed. Hold on, let me see. Is it this one? Oh wait, hold on. This kind of got that. It's got that. Push him off.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. So it's press 75.
Yeah. And that one,
Tap
you know
into
why
the.
I named that one Pressed?
Why you name
But
that one press?
because
Press.
I right after I was done with that, I had to go to Pressed Juicery to get some juice, and I literally named that song Pressed.
Damn.
Like I was like, that's where I'm going, Pressed. What do I call it? I gotta hurry up and save this because if I don't save it, it was too many sounds. I ain't gonna never replicate this.
Bruh, this one sound like uh them clubs that used to get broken up. This sounds like the
Yeah,
end of the club right here. This is one of
yeah,
those where it's like, all right, we got about 10 more minutes about of this.
yeah,
But
pretty much.
something to happen.
Yeah,
Go to my car and get up out of here. Go to the
yeah,
food spot and be like, oh, we already was eating. You pull up.
yeah,
I've been like fucking with the tempo, the tempos
yeah.
of them.
That and I'm glad that you do that because that shows you with production how the mood of a song can be altered just by the BPM.
Yeah,
BPM, that's the first thing I start with. You know, if it's something in the 60s or 70s, it's gonna be something with like a real groove. If it the higher it goes, the more dancier it's gonna be. So that's where you start.
yeah. Now it sounds like a fantasy video game. It sound like
Yeah.
it's like sound like we are like
Yep.
on a dragon quest,
Yeah.
and it's like we got to the high mountain part of the shit where it's like, oh, you about to really have to you like collect all your little treasure chests and get all your little XP power up
Yeah, and
because
all
it's
my
gonna go
stuff is for
down.
sale. I need the production companies. You need music for your video games, whatever, come on. A lot of my stuff is made for that in mind too. Commercials, movies, whatever.
All right, let me see. Let me see what else. What was the name of the one that that I did the cat shit, the Claritin, the allergy shit.
Oh, Clarendon,
Yeah.
Clarendon D.
What's
What
that?
beat
What's the
was
name of
that?
that? What beat? What's the name of that beat?
Oh, Pressure. No, that wasn't Pressure.
Was that pressure?
Pressure.
178.
Yeah, Pressure, I believe.
Damn, Daniel. It was a scandal.
Hey, what was that hook? Hey, yeah. Let's
Was
not
it?
subtract.
It was. Oh
Shit,
God.
let's cash.
Yeah, it was this one.
Was it finest? Hi.
Yeah.
Take that.
Oh, you was playing that? Oh man, I got some edits. I
Oh, I did.
got
You
some
know what? It's
edits. So
funny.
I was
I
like,
did mix it. I
you
did
should just
mix it. I forgot
you
to. I'm gonna
mix
send
it.
that to you after this. I mixed it. No, so I found out. Like even the
I
last
got
time
some
we,
edits.
yeah, the
Yeah.
last time we did ad libs and stuff. Like I'm still learning the microphone software, and so I was able to do some things where like it just completely boosted the vocals. So I was just like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, no, it was
better
just
not
like sounding
subtract.
crazy. It was just sounding crazy. I
And
was
it was
like, ooh,
crazy the way
I got
that
some
you wrote
edits.
that. The way you wrote that was crazy.
Yeah, that was something different I was trying out in my own recording process because I was like used to having the whole verse written or to just like even with you like freestyle a bunch of times, but I didn't want to do either of those things
Yeah,
because I had already had just a concept that was strong. So I was just
yeah,
like, man, let me just fuck with the concept and just nothing else but the concept. I don't even want to write this shit. I just want to
yeah.
just record the shit and then have a concept. But
And
listening
it
back, I
worked.
was like, ooh,
It worked.
it
It
worked.
really worked.
You
It
think
really worked.
so?
No, I know
You
it
think
worked. I mean,
so? All right.
I know it worked. It was
I'm like, man, I got some edits.
I
I be
don't know.
listening to like, yeah, that's right, yeah. But it probably would sound different if I had it all written out.
Perhaps. But
Probably,
that's what I liked about it is the way that we did it. Like the production was very tight. Where like you stayed in the same tone, same energy, as many takes as you did. It's still, I didn't have to adjust you or anything like that. I mean, if you wanted to improve on your content, that's one thing, but the content was strong to me. I
Well,
can't
actually,
imagine
that
nothing
reminds
else
me.
being on that song than what you did.
So that experience to the side, what's like your optimal recording experience? Like when everything goes well, it's like, you know what I mean, because you collaborate with people, and you know what I'm saying, from beginning to end, you like send a beat out and like people hear it and it becomes a song. What's the best? What's the like best and dopest way that's like comes together in your mind, that it's come together, or just like the best way that you would like that shit to always go?
The way that I would always want it to go, honestly, would be like a relationship I have with you where a person could be at my disposal. So, like, the way we record is optimal to me, where we set up a time and then we just bust it out all day. And then out of that time that we planned, the time at the end is where some magic happens, where you ad lib for another song or where you just might freestyle for something else. So I think that optimal way for me is to work with the person, put in that time, and then just kind of see what happens after that, like the way we work.
Okay, okay, bet. Um, and so like on the horizon, because you got a whole catalog. Now you have a few on this on the damn Daniel project, and
Mhm.
I got way more than what's on this damn Daniel project. So
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, so definitely I already know.
Absolutely.
But I see some of the overlaps, so I already know that it's an imprint that you
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
setting forth with
Right.
like a resume
And so the next,
in a
and
lot
so
of
the
ways.
next phase, and so the next phase of my music will be music that inspires fully produced vocal songs. So I'll start to hire vocalists to put a hook on there. Because right now I just have empty songs, which is like beats. You might want to say they're not just beats; they're fully produced, so they're songs. But what I want to do next is have somewhere it might be a singer just moaning on it or something like that, to where now it just fully gets next level, next level, next level.
And
Holly
okay,
said the
so that's
song was stuck in her head. Holly just typed that the song was stuck in her head for a week. That's
well,
Claritin.
speaking of stuck in the head and like working with different type of vocalists. Are you up on Soy Tiet?
No.
He be singing the numbers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Homie,
I
homie be
yeah.
singing the, you
Yeah.
you think you
You
could fuck
put
with somebody that would just sing like if you link up with Soy Tiet?
it's done. If I got him, it's a wrap. Ooh.
And that's
That's a
like good
bop.
like content for the kids because it's educational.
That's a bop right there. Oh yeah. You can pull up playing that.
And yeah, no, at all functions because it's
All
clean. It's
functions, baby showers,
oh
nightclub,
man, oh
whatever.
man, yeah,
Weddings,
man.
funerals,
Weddings and funerals,
baptism, baptisms,
all events. Wow,
real estate closings. You can pull up no matter what's going on.
that's 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 where this shit gotta collide. The comedy and the beats. That's like the pinnacle right there. That's like really like for a minute it was living my best life, Duval,
Right,
but
right.
Soy Tiet kind of
Grab that up.
it
That's what
kind of
music
like
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause that was the funniest shit, the most hilarious, but yeah, the brother counting dude.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw that. Was like, wow, it sounded great. He ain't had no teeth in his mouth.
he
Air
had
just
some
going
teeth.
right
He
through
had some
him.
teeth. He got some
Some
teeth. It was
teeth,
just, it was just,
some teeth. He
it was
has
just
some
some was
teeth.
missing, and we're not gonna get on this. We don't need to
I'm
get
not
on his
on
teeth
that though. I'm
because
just
he know them numbers.
I,
he
he didn't miss a
he know
number,
them.
did he?
He he counting up. I
What
know
I
he
don't know
counting
what
up.
would make it like what I don't know why. Like what's the context
We'll
of
see.
a lot of
Well,
these videos?
he was just singing it. He was just singing with no beat, and it was just like
Right.
he was just laying the sauce on extra thick with his vocals.
Yeah. Right.
and people thought it
But
was
it was
hilarious.
saucy.
But
It
then
was
he got the
saucy though.
production, and then it was like, oh, okay, wait, oh snap, he's talent now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get him in here, have him do his part, have him do his part, and we
That's
gonna
the magic. That's how it happens.
a million
That is
views.
another way. I didn't say this, but that's another ideal way of producing. It's like sometimes I'll make a beat and it'll be really, really not complete. And then I send it to somebody and they put their voice on it and they lay a track, like not with me in studio, and they send it back and then it's done. So that's
Mm.
another optimal way to record is if the beat fits your voice perfectly and you just go record it at your house. It works also.
YTL. Oh, I thought it was Soy Tiet. Oh, they playing.
YTA.
That's his artist name. Okay.
Y'all know who YTA is? He's the nigga that
YTL.
sings the
The
counting.
numbers. Oh, he
The
on
numbers one, two, three,
Empire.
four, five. He on Empire. What
He got an
Empire
Empire
Records?
distribution.
Empire Distribution. Damn, Fox don't fuck around. They skipped a step. Distribution.
Well, let's see. Yeah. I don't know. That's what it say on the
Yeah,
YouTube. It say provided to YouTube by Empire Distribution 4041 is the YTL.
yeah, yeah. That's Empire. That's Fox. 21st Viacom.
Is that
Mm-hmm.
Empire's
Emp-
Fox?
Empire. Yeah.
I should have known that. I wasn't even up on that.
I'm talking out my ass. Let me double check that. Empire is Fox, right? Yes. Yes, it is. So it's not Viacom, Disney. Fox is, no, ABC is Disney. Fox is Viacom or Clear Channel, one
But
of them.
Disney bought Fox, except for the news.
Okay, cool.
They said, look,
Did it really?
yeah, they said, look, we'll take all that entertainment. You keep that news, man.
Wow,
You
you're on
keep
your
that
own.
news. I think maybe the sports too. The sports is pretty valuable, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Shout out to FS1. We had a contract thing. We were pitching to them when I was doing
with the
podcasting.
comedy,
Yeah, and they got a
is this
great facility over in Playa del Rey or whatever. It's like it's real tight, but it's tucked. It's hidden in plain sight. You go in there, you don't even know it's there. But
like
yeah,
racism.
exactly, exactly. Right? You got. I mean, you got to
That's
go in there and
exactly,
get it
yeah,
and feel
damn.
it
And then, I didn't know this was right here. Wow.
to know it's there.
Wow.
I didn't know this was right there.
Look at this institution, this facility. Wow.
But
They
I think
facilitate.
racism does surprise. Like I've never, not like today. If I experience racism, I'm surprised. Like
It's
I wouldn't be like,
surprising.
oh, that lady was racist. Oh,
It
that was
don't
cool. I
never
was like,
come when you
damn.
like looking out for like racism. When you like, oh, I wish this nigga would today, or these motherfuckers
Oh,
got me. Yeah, no, it's when you like having the best day. It's like,
yes.
oh,
It's never when
the
you want it.
birds
It's
is
never
chirping.
where
Look
you
at
want it.
these. Yeah, and then
Nigga,
it's like,
oh my
oh
God,
wait,
they
hold
just
on a
rushed my
minute.
whole day.
Whoa, yeah. When you on edge, like, oh man, I wish, man, today is the day. That's when it's like nobody's fucking with you. They like
Hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you a quick
they're
little
like, what's
funny
wrong with
little.
him, man? Racism, man. It's no
I'm
racism.
gonna tell you a funny, quick little thing about that. There's this lady that stands on Pico Boulevard in West LA. And when you drive by her, she holds a middle finger up, like just at every car, stares right in at you. And one day she locked onto me. I was driving
Damn,
by
in
and
your eyes.
she middle fingered me as I went by, hard eye contact, and it like ruined the first half of my day. Didn't even know the lady. Passed her, she was gone out of my life right then and there. But it was
But you
just
still
like,
know where she at though. You like, damn, I can
oh
pull
no,
up on her
yeah,
right now. Did
no
you go?
doubt,
Did
she
you
under the
double back?
bridge. She's
Have you
on
been back
Pico and
since?
Cotner.
Have you been
Huh?
back since?
I passed by, yeah.
I,
She's still
did she
she's
flip
still
you off
there.
again? Or did she,
But I built up a callus
yo,
over
yeah,
my
yeah.
heart
Oh, she flipped
now.
you up a few times. You had to go
Yeah,
back and get the medicine.
the pain is over. I enjoy
Yeah, all you see is a reflection of her at that point.
it. You're
After the
right.
seventh time you drove by there,
Right.
you don't even feel
It's not
special.
me.
It ain't even like fuck you. She don't even remember you either, nigga. She don't even remember
Exactly.
you.
She don't remember you either.
She flips you off. That shit fucks your day up, and
I was
she
just
don't even.
number
She couldn't.
32 that
She
day to her.
right. She like, who? Wait, what kind of car was he driving? I think I remember maybe a Mitsubishi. No, it wasn't. Oh, man, damn, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Damn. But shouts
Yeah.
out, yeah. Shouts out to the lady on Pico. Pico.
Yeah. She's out there breaking hearts, man, day in, day
Flipping
out.
folks off. You know what I'm
It was
saying? Get
raining.
that
She was
medicine.
out
Go
there
get
flipping.
yours. That's like
Yeah.
exclusive experience, man. They gonna after this, they gonna be lining up over there on Pico. They be like, damn, come the world's famous.
Yeah.
The world's famous flip you off lady.
Yeah.
She gonna have to move
That's
up
that's like
like to
that
like La
Jesus in
Cienega or
Hollywood.
something.
Remember Jesus walking around
R.I.P.
Hollywood?
man. R.I.P. man. Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
You build it in LA, man. If your reputation is real strong, you're gonna be able to capitalize on it.
Mm. I remember, man. I remember that brother, man.
Yeah, me too.
Uh, damn.
He was out there when
Kevin
I
Light.
started.
Kevin Lee Light. Damn. R.I.P. There's a lot of folks in the comedy world that's no longer with us.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? Uh, but that kind of just happens whenever you in a thing for so long. You know what
Right.
I mean? Especially, I didn't think it was especially comedy, but like especially like music for sure. Like rappers,
Oh,
these rappers,
yeah.
be like every year it's on average a rapper a month. It'd be 12 rappers in a year that don't make it. You know?
Well, just put it like this: the Grammys every year have to trim down that little memoriam thing they do,
Oh,
the
they have
in
to edit
memoriam.
it. They be
They have
having
to
to edit
edit
it
that
for
down,
time.
and people have to
Damn.
make the list. So yeah,
They like
musicians is a
damn.
ton of people.
Mm.
And then they roll that at the back end on the credits. So, but
So what's some of the to I bring that up to kind of just like get you to acknowledge like man some of the folks that's no longer with you in the journey. You know what I mean? Some folks that you
mhm,
remember that you know what I mean we had like slid through and shouted out Hollywood Jesus and these people. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I could definitely think of like uh, Stephen Brody Stevens,
yes,
uh, Angelo Bowers, just
absolutely,
hella
Angelo.
cats.
That
Uh,
one, that changed my life. The Angelo one, but yeah,
yeah, man, that was like deep. You know what I'm
uh
saying?
huh.
That was some deep shit. So like, what's you know what I mean? Lost Man is in comedy and music. Like, who's some of the folks that's like you know what I mean that you can recall that's like to shout out that's no longer with us. That's a weird ass way to ask it. Just shout out the dead homies.
um, people that are no longer with. I mean, obviously Chadwick is like a big one, because it's most recent. But for him, with I'm not just in music, but in entertainment. But for me, I felt his was real special because he was in an industry where you had to work very hard. Even though he was the star, he had to be on set. He had to put in all that screen time. For every 5 minutes you see him on screen, he was on that set for 5 hours probably. And so, for me, that's a big shout out to somebody who just dedicated himself selflessly to work, you know. But as far as music, of course, Dilla, you know. Let me see, passed away. Fife. Um,
Damn, yeah, R.I.P.
yeah. But those are kind of the people that like molded my sound of where like I don't add it too much, but I try to add like a grittiness to it because I do want it to sound like when you're listening to a record I made that it's sampled. Even if it's all original sounds, I want you to think that I borrowed them from somewhere else. And so that's that Dilla thing. Um, I'm trying to think who else. I
I'll
mean, of course,
definitely
that's a
R.I.P.
big
to
one.
Nip.
Yeah, Nip is a big one for me. Um, but I actually had just started to get into his music. I wasn't
Oh
a
man, he was
huge
like the first
fan.
artist I was listening to when I moved out here because I was on Slauson
Oh
when I
yeah,
first moved out here. I think you remember my other spot. I'm in Hollywood now, but I was like way over.
yeah,
I was on Slauson and Overhill,
yeah,
and that was just like the first musician with music at the liquor store.
yeah,
And I was just like, oh yeah, man, I'm all over that. That's like,
yeah.
you know, it's like a Bay Area dude. We like, oh man, the rapper with the consignment deal.
Right.
Cause like, I mean, almost anybody, not anybody could do that, but like
Right.
anybody who has a wherewithal to do that can do that.
Right.
And the people that do
Right.
that, that's like, man, I'll be
Let
ready
me
to
hear
check
it.
that shit out.
Let me
Yeah,
hear
man,
it.
I mean,
Right.
all times. If you,
Yeah.
I don't care where I'm at, man. It could be
You
like in a
can.
place I know, like, oh, this shit is, they're selling this at the liquor store, man.
Yeah.
Fuck
You can
yeah, man, buy
appreciate
that,
what it took to get that
buy
product
that.
placement.
Hell yeah. Even if
Right.
it's just like, oh yeah, man, I just buy hella swishers here all the time, or
And
we
this
just
guy's
put it up, you know
available.
what I mean? And I
Yeah.
got the, you know, that's just, you know, that's just on the levels of the deals. But that's that kind of independent shit just gets me hype. And then like, you know, the fact that he no longer with us as an
Yeah.
artist, and like some of his moves influenced me too, not just the content of the music,
Right.
especially in the marathons, was really
Yeah.
kind of got me like really hyped to, you know, produce my own comedy albums. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even
Right.
without, you know, before I started taking them to this kind of level of production and you know, kind of all out activity with them, the projects. You know, I didn't even really have it in me, not in me, but having the wherewithal or the motivation to, you know, put an album out. And then yeah,
Right.
so for that to happen, that was like kind of devastating and whack that he not only that he like was taken, but you can kind of like pull that shit up on the internet. Like
Yeah.
the internet since we began has kind of evolved into a type of thing too. That's like a kind of crazy thing where it's like, man, it's almost anything goes, man. Almost
Absolutely.
absolutely anything goes.
The internet changed for music production right now. Like I could sample anything everywhere, anywhere. I don't have to go to the record store. I can go on YouTube or I can go anywhere on any site and get all kind of sounds. So the internet has changed it, point
Where would
blank.
you see what would be like a place you see like change maybe for the better? Because I was probably bringing up some of the worst changes on like the internet, just like kind of cracking jokes at any moment in time, and also you know you could pull up the final moments of motherfuckers and shit, but like on
Right.
like a dope positive type of tip, like the internet, like especially with music, could do what?
Very easily I could, if I'm having writer's block or I can't get melodies or something's not feeling right, the internet's right there. I could go look at the next producer. I could look at Harry Fraud. I could look at Alchemist. I can look at Quincy Jones old videos of them making music right on the internet. Whereas before, I would have some old VHS stuffed up somewhere where I pull it out and dust it off for my inspiration, which takes 2 hours. Now, if I'm not feeling it, I open up my laptop and I watch somebody else make beats. Or there's another guy who performs like Arab, what's the guy's name? Exile. He does all these heavy drums and competitions. I watch him and I come up with ideas. So the internet is like a savior. It's, you have zero excuse for not producing content right now.
Mm.
Even
And
if your content is empty, it needs to be something.
okay, uh, and so what's I think I went off on the tangent mentally.
I may have taken you there. That's my fault.
No, it's all good. I think it was when you were saying what she was talking about. No, you had mentioned the the internet. You had mentioned the internet with the sounds of the internet. What's some
Right.
of the first places or some of the most like? rich kinds of sounds you like to play with? Like, is it like,
It's
like
one thing I go to. One song I always play just to hear
it's like World Star
sounds.
videos? You fucking with Vlad? What's going
No,
on? You like, what is you doing? Where are
no.
you
I
pulling
go.
up these sounds?
I play The Godfather. The Godfather soundtrack. It has all these sounds. It's this orchestra going crazy. It's bing, bing, bing. All these bells, these whistles, these deep synths coming in, which are like a cello. And so those sounds, I listen to that and I'm like, well, okay, why does this make me feel moved in this transition? Oh, that deep cello, it goes boom, boom, boom. So I go get that or I go make that, boom, 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 and I go put that in some other music somewhere. So the sounds for me is just going straight to the Godfather soundtrack, amongst
Okay.
other songs, but that's like that's like a bank of sounds.
What you into like geek stuff? You fuck with like the geek shit, the fantasy, Marvel or DC or
No,
like
no.
nah? He's like hard nah.
I
You ain't fucking
do,
with
I
none of that shit.
do, I do, but I don't, I couldn't tell you like, oh man, he looks like Thanos. I couldn't say that. But if the movie is out and
With
we
the
all
Star
going to the
Wars and all
movies,
that.
I'll go watch it.
Okay, no, I was just curious cause
My
some of them
favorite
put
one
like
is
a lot of
Thor.
the sounds into them,
Yeah,
like the Star Wars, but the Star Wars especially, they real orchestrative.
yeah. I've used the Star Wars, the laser, pew pew, the photon beam or whatever before, but I just feel like that sound has been used so much a lot in songs. People don't know that sound
Man,
is just too familiar.
so how you feel about fucking police sirens in the beat?
Um, the only time I like a police siren in a beat is when it's live performance. So if I'm at a club, at a festival, I'm anywhere, and that siren comes on, it lets me know they're about to transition to a fire ass song.
Well, I
And
gotta
it's
tell you,
probably
man.
some reggae.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm not, I'm not feeling the fire. The
You
no
don't like it?
sirens, no sirens in the beats for me, man.
Yeah,
it kind of it kills things for me.
yeah.
It's a hard,
Hard no,
hard no.
hard
But like a no,
no.
like a no. Yeah, no is like no, but like a no, like
Nah is
yeah.
with the palm out.
But with the
Yeah,
H,
nah.
not the W though. Like no, like
Oh yeah, I
nah,
don't really
hell
do
no.
nah with a
Like
W.
sometimes hell. Sometimes you gotta be like hell no. Sometimes
Well, it could
it
be
calls
nah,
for it.
NAWL.
No, no. That's on
Yeah,
some
hell no.
no to no. Where's the L come through?
Oh
It's like who
no.
took the L? Why is the
I
L? Oh man.
I don't say it. I say NAH.
It was some man, yeah. Sometimes it's like hell no. Sometimes it's that strong where it's sometimes like a knee jerk, like a hell no, like a type of thing.
Yeah.
But like when it's a hard no, it's like hell no. Yeah, actually, yeah, it could be both. It could be both. But the sirens in the beats. So you don't have no, you haven't. I haven't heard no sirens in none of your
I
beats,
don't
and
do
so
that. No,
I'm
I
gonna
don't do
beg
that.
you to not never do that. This is
Nah,
why.
I don't do.
That's
There's no
actually why I
gimmick.
brought you
There's
here
no
today. Is I did all this
because
to kind of just after 40 something minutes to say, hey man, look, hey man, we've been talking.
I just wanted
And
to let you
you
know, brother.
wanted to get together with the fellas. We got together. We was talking, and we was
Hold
like,
on,
look, man, hey, can't be no more sirens in them
look.
beats.
Hey man, look, we're taking your sirens away,
We be
man.
playing these in the cars, man. We having little heart palpitations in the automobile just because got the button. You hit you got the
You got the
sounds.
button. You
You
got the
go, ooh, this
button.
one sound like a real the one on the Charger, the Charger siren. This is the new
But
everything
yeah,
new.
but yeah, I'm not really into those sounds. No.
No, I'm not. No, I feel you. Um, not into those sounds. But so what's on the horizon, man? So like, what would you like to be working on? So you done some rap production, any R&B or any just different types of
Yeah,
musics that you
that's
collabing with
actually
that you.
yeah. I'm actually moving into the R&B space where, I'm trying to put together my first R&B project, and then that will link right into. But with R&B projects, I want vocalists right from the top. So that's what I was saying. I'm building up to is where now the next thing I do is get vocalists to come in and do hooks on some of these beats that I have going, slow them down a little bit, spice them
Yeah, it was
up.
one of
See,
these I was playing that I slowed down. That was just like super R&B. This shit was just
oh yeah,
like it was like
yeah.
I forget which one it was. I'm gonna
Every
remember it.
song, every song that I've made can swing 10. It can swing 10 notches on the BPM up or down, and it'll still work. And that's just because the groove is still the groove, no matter what. It could be fast or slow.
Okay. Well, shout out some of your collaborators. Who else you collaborating to? Because sometimes when you send in beats, it be like 30 artists in there. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
No, but you know what? No, right now my the collaborations I have zero right now. All the music that I have out that you've received is no collaboration.
But I'm saying like that you work with. You just shout out that you just like, you know what I'm saying? That's in
Oh
your
well, I mean
network that you
Inglewood,
work
yeah,
with.
Inglewood Triz is my guy. Like I've done a lot with him. He's an artist that has a lot of his own music, and I've done a lot with him that's not released. I'm trying to figure out the best placement for it. But Triz is like you, where he'll if he comes in and we record, like literally, I don't have to start his motor. He's ready. I have to have beats, and I just feed him beats like I do it with
Hmm.
you. Just keep feeding the beats. And so then after he leaves, go home, I listen to all this shit and then all this stuff, and then I'm like, okay, what do I like? I might like three. Then the next 2 days, I might like five. Then the next other day, I might not. I might like them all, whatever. And so Triz is one dude I really appreciate. I got my bro Play Too Much. I work with him. He sits right off to the side, but yeah, he's more my like R&B flavor. He's a lyricist. He can rap, but it's more like the R&B vibe. And that's the song you ad libbed on. G's do that one.
Oh, that was fun. That was hella fun. Even
Yeah,
the background vocals.
yeah. And you was like, and then you did yours, and then you came in falsetto, and then it just really. And I mixed that one really
Can't be
clean
telling
where
the
it just.
people that I can do falsetto like that, man.
That's gonna get you
No, they
paid
probably
right
seen it.
there.
They probably seen it. I probably did it in the bars at noon.
That one, that beat right there is a beat that like I get up very early and I'm out driving. So at like 4 in the morning, I'll be out driving through downtown LA bumping G's dude.
Hey, niggas bleed, right?
Yeah.
I slow it down. That shit sound like some Alfred Hitchcock shit.
It yeah, it is.
Hold on, I'm trying to let me play that shit real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Huh? Good
Yeah.
evening. I
That's
have an
hard.
interesting story for you today. A man died. No big deal. What's really important is he died twice. He was already dead that afternoon. For a man to die twice in one day. The Hitchcock, blah, 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 blah. The Hitchcock
Yeah.
zone. It was like all them, like,
Would you slow that down to about 62?
65.
Yeah.
The 60. 67 make it a little bit, or 60, yeah. 68. 68 a little too fast. 67. 67, 65, where we get that. What was 62 talking about?
Yeah. It
Oh,
starts to
62 is
drag.
super.
It drags the
Oh,
synth.
yeah. Yeah, 62 is just like they bought the house.
Yeah.
y'all fucked around and bought the haunted house. Wow.
Yeah.
52. What's 52 talking about? Oh, yeah. This is imminent danger. You're
For
gonna
sure.
die. You're gonna die.
For sure.
It's happening
For
now.
sure. That's the power of music where like it's speed, just changing the
Yeah,
speed changes
just
the whole mood.
tempo, the whole shit. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And then that one it
man.
has a eerie sound anyway. So when you drag it really slow, it
Yeah.
really makes it dreary.
Dreary.
Yeah. Dreary.
It was real dreary today. Alfred Hitchcock beats.
It makes it abysmal.
Yeah, abysmal. Yes, all of these words.
Yep.
Damn, I'm trying
But
to. I
some
should have.
people want to feel that.
Morose.
Some people
Woo!
want
I had
that.
to slide in my dark
Morose.
word, morose. Ooh.
That is.
Yeah, I know
That
dark
is.
words. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You got to be well read to
I
have that
almost
one.
wasn't able to participate. Yeah, I almost what? Yeah, it came with the super word.
Yeah, no.
Like, let the producer get all the lyrics out. Nah, hold on a minute.
Morose. That's a word that starts a Scrabble argument. Morose. People be like,
It's a
uh.
word. Who gonna
Yeah.
argue in Scrabble? It's in
Now
the
how you spell
dictionary.
it? You argue how you.
Morose. Oh
Nigga
well.
said that like he be out spelling morose every day.
I
M-O-R-O-S-E.
mean, well, listen to MOR. It's the root is the MOR, so that deals with that type of shit. The Morir and shit. You know what I'm
Mortar.
saying? It's not gonna be Mar, because Mar is like maritime and you know what I'm saying, and different
I'm
other.
with
It's a
you.
more, but Morir is that's the death and the grime and shit. So morose is
It's gotta be I-C-E.
it's got
Yeah,
to
all
be
right.
MOR.
O-C.
It's
I mean,
maybe two
O-C.
R's is the argument. It's like, ooh, now I got to get on Google.
Morose.
Now I got to
Morose.
get on Google. It's Google. Yeah, nah, it's only one R. It's only one R. See how quick I saw that? That shit would have took all day in the 90s. That would have been at least 5 minutes in the 90s. Like, damn. Let me look this word up. Let me figure out how it's spelled first. And then dive looking up the word morose. That's an Alfred Hitchcock episode. Well, shit, man. I want to appreciate you, man. Shout you out. And just, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I know
Thank
they
you
be
for
shutting
having me.
this shit off after around an hour and
Yeah,
shit. Um,
I appreciate it. Can't wait to see what's next for you and for us
man.
and myself and everybody.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Gotta. I'm working. You know, we still working on the tape. We got to link in
I'm
to
about to
finish.
blast your
I need to hear the remix or the edits that you did. I'm gonna put it
oh
with my
yeah.
edits. We put the edits together, and then got to do one more thing. But then yeah, you already know. We already, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna announce no project that I'm working on right now. But
No, but I was gonna shout out your package, the $99 package.
oh
I like
yeah,
that.
oh the $99 holler.
You get a lot for that. And the USB thing, that's clean.
It all comes, yeah, it all comes included.
Look at Matt Lewis. What's good, my
The
G?
bundle package, man.
What's good,
That's another
my
thing that,
man?
like, you know,
Matt Lewis.
that Nipsey Hussle had put his shouts out Matt Lewis, but that's another thing that Nipsey Hussle, you know what I'm saying, had you know, had me hyped to do. The $99, like, oh, okay, yeah,
Right,
you can buy the album, you can buy the physical, you can buy it digital, or
right,
ooh, you can give me this and you can get all this. Wow, look at that. Look at
right,
that.
right.
Look at how that could come together. So that's
Yeah,
some dope shit,
Nipsey.
you
Yeah,
know. But yeah, that's available. That is available. Thank you for congratulating me on that. But man, congratulations to you, brother, on all your moves, because you are moving, man. He was begun is half
yeah.
done, more than half done in a lot of good cases.
That's right.
And so you know what I'm saying? You working on R&B, you working on more output.
Every day.
Remind people, please, where they can find Damn Daniel, DMN, DANIEL, no spaces, on the Spotify, but everywhere else to find
Spotify is
them.
the main thing. If you're going on Instagram, my Instagram is it's damn Daniel type beat. If you go on Twitter, I'm the damn Daniel. But if you follow me on one, then I have them all linked. You're gonna see, and I intertwine them and I put the same content on all of them. But if you really trying to like, if you want to be like supporting me, listen to my music in one of the streaming platforms, cause
And
they
that's DMN Daniel
DMN Daniel, yeah,
with no spaces.
no
Okay.
space. I don't care. It could be title, whoever. But
Yeah,
just
man.
play.
Whatever your streaming, whatever the streaming service you subscribe to is, tap in with his beats on there. If you like him enough to want to produce some music over him, for sure, get at him through the social medias.
That's
I
right.
want to thank you for joining me on this
Thank you
side
for having
fire
me.
chat. This is probably number 5. I think I'm gonna put this out this week. Uh, but it's what I'm saying, honor to have you on here, and it's
Always.
definitely an honor to have you as a collaborator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm saying, really initially out the gates. I know we both know a lot of folks in the
Yeah.
mix, but
Right.
to really tap in with my collaborators first is just like really an honor, and you definitely one of them folks. And I just want to
Thank you.
shout out and appreciate you, and just what I'm saying, remind to stay on the grind, man. And
That's it.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
thanks for coming through. Thanks for
Yeah.
tapping in with the live, taking time out your from your fire pit to mine.
Right.
Wow. And I want to thank y'all for watching too, and listening. Ooh, if you was watching and listening, you was like, man, you've been watching and listening. It's like, man, when they ever gonna get to us? Well, this is happening now, and so I'm thank you too for fucking with it. It's gonna be a while for you to hear me thank you again, probably, but but I'm thanking you now, and so thank you so
At
much.
least another 59 minutes.
At least, at the very least.
Yeah.
Probably like a couple more than that. But thank you still though. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all. And it's the fire on the side is the fire inside, which is that's just a sign out that I made up real
I can
quick. That was
dig
like
it.
a hot ass. The fire inside. Let the side fire be the fire until next time. Let the
And
side
that's when
fire.
some lady in the control room's like, fade.
Yeah, I accept it. Okay, yeah. Until next time, let the side fire be the fire
And the
inside. I'm
camera pulls away from you, and the stage light dims, and you're stacking papers, talking to yourself.
I'm Anyi Malik. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I'm over here. I think that went good, but I'm talking to the people in
Yeah,
the
but you're
back, but you can't
inaudible.
hear me. Yeah, I'm
Inaudible.
inaudible conversation. But
Yep.
thank you again so much. Bye. I think yes, for my fire.